I've got a really amazing opportunity in front of me right now, and I know we always come up with interesting projects, but this one is one of those ones that takes the cake. Now, back hundreds of years ago, people used to move houses all the time. Well, we're going to attempt to do that with this house behind me right now. This house has an amazing history, and it's pretty amazing that it even is still standing. So it dates back to the mid-1700s. Relatives of Governor Bradford, which is a pilgrim everybody knows here in Massachusetts, built this property. And eventually it became the local almshouse, or what's known as the poorhouse. So anybody that was either destitute, fell on hard times, was struggling, didn't have a place to live, they could come and find shelter and reside in this home right here. It's almost original. It's really uninterrupted, and it's kind of a time capsule. So it's surprising that we're even having the chance to see this property. Some good friends of ours own it, and for a variety of reasons, they can't keep it on this property. So they offered us the opportunity, if we were brave enough to take it on, to lift the house, move it down the road, and take it to another property. And I have just the spot, fortunately. So let's take a little walk around, and I want to show you guys what this house looks like. Now, as you can see, this is a traditional center chimney cape, and it's a 3/4 cape. So it's got 2 windows on one side, 1 on the other to keep it balanced. If it was a full cape, it would have 2 windows and 2 windows. I mean, it's amazing to look at a house like this because you can see all the ivy and such that's been growing over it. Literally, the ages and Mother Nature are just taking this house back down into the ground. But it's got a low slung gable, the pitch on the roof, 2 windows on the side, and this is the original side entrance here. Now, of course, an antique center chimney cape wouldn't be complete without a back L and a summer kitchen, and that's what we're walking around right here. What we're gonna have to do, and it's gonna be no small challenge, is separate this back L from the main cape and take the house in 2 pieces, move it off the lot and down the road. As you look at the ivy growing up here, you can just get an idea of how bad Mother Nature wants to take control of this house. Just kind of gives me chills. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're in the original summer kitchen. Now, there's nothing really original about this room. This L was updated several years ago. Doesn't have a lot of the original character, but what we'll do is when we move it, we'll put the original character back in. But let's go on to the main house. Now, the painted floors, I love. This is a replica. These are wide pine floors that have been painted. This is something that you would see in an antique cape, but this is a much newer adaptation. So as we get into this room, we are in the keeping room. This is the main heart of the home with the beehive oven and full fireplace. Still has the original raised paneling and these nice thin doors with handmade hardware. I mean, this house is complete. This room's one of my favorites. Now this shows you, it's a perfect example of a traditional fireplace entablature. I mean, nice, simple moldings on the hearth and this raised paneling. It's all dry fit and pegged together. I mean, this is typically what ends up getting painted, just like we saw in the other room. And it's all intact. I mean, look at the casings right here on the beam with that bead molding. Again, it's beautiful. As we walk around to the front room, on the opposite side, this has the same paneling painted with a nice Franklin stove. So we've got an earlier room and a later adaptation. Now, some of the things I really love about this house are in the small details. If we come in and look at the hardware, we've got strap hinges here that are folded over. I've actually never quite seen one like this. It's almost a butterfly type pattern. I've had a couple of different experts come in here and look at this house with me, and they've said the same thing. It's really unique to this home. The frame on this home is post and beam. It's an oak frame, which is what has kept it standing as long as it has. To risk losing a house as intact as this, it would just break my heart. I can't do it. So we're gonna pick this up, we're gonna move it, we're gonna take the chimney and all and try to keep it completely intact, because you only get one chance to do it right.